Right, press the start button. So we should be live on the Model's Mess. Let me just check. I think we must be. It's telling us we are. Yeah, there we are. Also, we're going out to YouTube as well today on the unlisted link. So if you are prefer to do that, we put the link up in the chat somehow, which I haven't done yet, I think. Anyway, how is everybody? I hope everyone is well and had a wonderful weekend. I hope that the sun has been shining where you are. It's been pretty hot yesterday here, and today looks like it's going to be the same. So we've got Steph and we've got Keith currently. How are you, Steph?
I'm all good, thank you very much. Not broken today. I was yesterday.
Yeah. So yeah.
Shelves that I've been going on about for weeks. They're up, so that's a jobby jobbed, and it gives both Lisa and I a lot more space for our models. So yeah, all good. Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Went out this morning shopping.
Yeah. Hello. Hello. Oh, okay. Oh, I love that model.
I know, I've seen it. I'm like, yum. 30,000 rivets flying in close formation.
Yeah, I've had that before, yeah.
And all of those, all the Shackletons that were in the Air Force were named after characters from the Magic Roundabout.
Okay, did not know that.
Florence, Dougal, Herman Frood.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, good Lord, what's the stoned thing plays the guitar?
The rabbit.
Yeah.
Dudley?
No.
What's the
There's another one
rabbit called in the Magic Roundabout? So, wife doesn't know.
Yeah. So, yeah, I got that today.
Dylan.
Slowly cracking on with...
Dylan.
What? Dylan. That's the tinker. Dylan. Yeah. And also, you probably knew this, but the Shackleton was the last derivative of the Lancaster to still fly in the Air Force in the 1980s.
Oh, is it now?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Because you went Lancaster, Lancastrian, Lincoln, and then Shackleton.
There you go.
I believe.
I know that Airfix and Revell both brought out Shackletons pretty much at the same time. Now, which one was decided to be the better one? Do you know?
I'm not sure, but I like the Shackleton one, the Airfix one.
Okay. They're all different setups, aren't they?
Yeah, and it also gives me 4 flying hours to put in the bag for you.
Yeah. Oh, wow, lovely.
That will make us up to 136.
Well, brilliant. Oh, Geordie says you forgot the Manchester as well.
Oh, Manchester. Yes, Geordie. Thank you. Yes, the Manchester. Manchester.
So we'll do comments in a minute. We've got Gary popping in. Hello, Gary.
Hello, everyone.
Mr. Gary Hicks, how are you?
You sure he's not related to John? Are you related to John Mayfield by any chance, Gary?
No.
God, even sounds like him. God.
Let's go to Keith first. Hey, Keith.
God, that's a hell of a delay.
I've got something very special here, Malcolm.
Go for a cup of tea.
I've got 2 soundtracks. One is about 30 seconds or more behind the other.
Yeah, does that mean you're watching it on Facebook as well?
Yeah, it could very well be that he's listening to it on Facebook as well.
What I'm going to do, Malcolm, is I'll drop out and come back in again and see if that cures the problem.
Okay, mate. No worries. Not a problem. See you in a month.
No, We'll see him in a couple of minutes, but we'll hear him in a month.
He'll come back, his hair will be longer
Yeah.
moustache.
Yeah.
Gary, how you doing? Oops. Gary, how you
Not so
doing?
bad.
I'm gonna pop you
Not so
up
bad, thank
on
you.
the right button. Hang on, there you are.
Have
Yes.
you got finger problems again, Malcolm?
Yeah. Big fat ones. So, Gary, tell us what you've been doing, what you're making. What is it you are currently producing?
I'm making the Pink Panther, but I'm doing it in 3 different variations. Same kit, only in 2 different paint schemes.
Okay. How far have you got on this one?
Just the chassis basically at the moment. Wee bit of the hood work done, the bonnet,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
stuff like that. Currently working on the tires at the moment.
Yeah. It's all brush painted, is it?
All brush painted, yeah.
Yeah. You ever tried your hand at airbrushing before?
I did. I think brush painting, I like it. I'd rather do brush painting.
Okay. What paint are you using?
Tamiya.
Oh, okay. Brilliant. I always find Tamiya paint's really tricky to brush paint. It dries up so quickly.
Don't have that problem at the moment.
No. Brilliant. Oh, good. Well, it's good to see you. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And we hope it won't be. Well, we hope we still can get some model making done.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And what am I working on? Obviously. Let's have a look. Look at this. Look at this. I can now change my camera like that. Look at that. Very professional. Here is my Ed 209. I'll carry on with the arms, basically. I have to go find them. It's not very organized. I got everything set up here, but then I forgot the actual model bit that I was supposed to be doing. We had a change around here. We've got there we go. So I've moved my desk so that the window is now behind me instead of to my right, and behind me you just see a wall rather than my entire lounge and all my family. So that's the point. They can go and do all what they want to do over there, and they're not on the camera, and there's no problem. Hopefully. So so I've changed it around a bit, but it does mean that I can't find anything. So bear with me while I try and find all my bits and pieces. We've got John has joined us. Press that button and that button. Hello, John.
Greetings, peeps. Hello, Gary.
Hey, how are you?
I'm wonderful, thank you.
Gosh, that little guy looks great.
Well, not really. It's
It
getting there,
does.
slowly but surely. It's got a gloss coat on. I'll do some weathering on it.
Yeah, is that the one with all the photo etch on it?
Well, a bit of photo etch, yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
The bit at the top of the antenna, that's photo etch.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I just noticed it's bent.
Do you have a good weekend?
Yes, thank you. Had a
Dude.
barbecue.
Oh, nice barbecue.
Yeah.
What was put on your belly?
Sorry?
What was put in your belly?
Steak, pork chop, chicken, mushrooms,
Yeah.
salad.
Yeah.
Homemade quiche. Not a lot.
Good. I don't know. I do like my quiche. They say real men don't like quiche, or they say real men like quiche. I can't remember which one it is, but I do like my quiche. Speaking of Keith, it's Keith's back.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's gone.
There he is. I pressed the wrong button again. Keith, how are you? Have you got your stuff sorted?
That's right. Yeah, I've resolved my problem. Yes, that's all right. I had 2 to 3 soundtracks running at the same time, one after the other.
Oh well,
You couldn't hear what was
mess
being
you up a
said,
bit.
so I
Yeah, I
rebooted
imagine it
and
was
sorted itself out.
good. I imagine it was something to do with like watching Facebook at the same time or something. But well done, excellent. What are you up to? What are you working on? Let's have a look.
Well, we're working on this gentleman's jacket.
Oh, yes.
I shall try and do a bit more to the gentleman. My Viking, yes. Just try and get him where he's not overlit. And I also want to progress with the G34, which is getting quite complete now.
Yeah. Good job. So is that rubber tracks?
And I bought myself a new cutting mat this morning on my way back.
Okay. Brilliant. Well done. It's a very nice.
I beat the queue in Hobbycraft.
Is there a queue?
There was a queue outside the Hobbycraft when I connected. I managed way in because I was out trying to sort some pump spares.
Right, gotcha. Awesome. Cheers, Keith. Right, I'm going to go and try and find all my bits and pieces, and I would like you to talk amongst yourselves. Maybe, Steph, do you want to do comments? There, Steph's not there. Okay, I'll do the comments, and then I'll go find my stuff. I said hello, everyone, and Rob's in the house. He says hi. Rob's been to KB Models and haven't. Awesome. They've been supportive of Models for Heroes before. It's great. And they got good stocks of all kits and paints, etc. Well, probably not now. You've been in there, Rob. Are they out again? Thomas Charles says, morning fruitcakes. Not like the RAF to be late. That's good.
They're still booking in, aren't they?
Yeah, that's right. Still booking in. Jordan says, check out your mic setup, Malcolm. You look like a proper DJ. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It's kind of always looked like that. I think I just had the camera in a different position. You can see. So this bit is the camera that is facing down onto my model, and then this bit is the microphone. Just on two little bar things, and that's it really. And then when I'm not on the stream, they're just out of the way over there. And I can do that and switch back to that camera. There we go. Isn't that clever? Thomas talking about the Shackleton, the one in Newark Air Museum, Shackleton is haunted. Ooh.
Apparently so.
Ooh, you heard that before?
Yes.
Ah.
Oh, we've got someone. Cool.
Yeah. Do you want to carry on doing the comments? And I just want to grab my stuff, Steph.
Yep. Of course, Ken. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4 people said Dylan. So that was Rob, Buddy, Thomas, and Rob.
Shackleton that they have at Gatwick, they run the engines up on that one, which is quite interesting to see.
Cool. They've got one at Bruntingthorpe that does that as well, Keith.
Yeah.
Thomas says, I think Keith is on the ISS orbiting space station, whose router is called Cape Canaveral. Oh, dear. We'll speak to Malcolm about that one when he comes back. Thomas says, Geordie wins best avatar picture because he's got a rock crumble. And then Rob Tunks, Malcolm, the Challenger TES is the Dog's Nuts individual tracks and PU lists. There you go. There's one for you, John.
What?
The Challenger TES.
Yeah.
Individual tracks and PE bits.
I've not heard good things about that. Is that the Ryfield model one?
I'm not sure. I'll wait for Rob Tunks to let us know.
Yeah, some people were complaining that it was over-engineered.
Oh, I. In what way?
Too many bits. Like one thing you could do in one shot, and they done it in 3 bits. Sometimes I don't mind that, but if Rob, have you finished your Tez?
Rob says yes. It's Ryfield.
Yeah, I saw that. But has he finished it?
I don't know. I'm sure he'll let us know.
No, he hasn't.
We'll let you know, but it is a model from Models for Heroes display when finished. Cool. Where are we? Pencil.
I'm waiting for Amusing Hobbies average to come out, personally.
Sorry, don't say it again.
I'm waiting for Amusing Hobbies Sent Avery to come out.
All right, cool.
I might have a good source of income on that one.
All right.
Hold on a sec. I'll just do this. Yes, I'm in contact with all. Well, I can get contact with all the commanders of the Averys in the Gulf
Oh, nice.
and most of the crews. So you never know if people want specific vehicles done.
Yeah.
And there's a total of 15 of them. 13 originals, 2 got sent out.
Yeah.
The 2 got blown up.
Cool.
Right, back.
Nice.
Oh no!
First one. This is for Thomas. He said about something that super glue accelerator. What was it you said? Was it bicarbonate of soda and water? That's for him. And there's a comment here for you, Malcolm, from Geordie. Says, Malc, while viewing is perfect on YouTube, the chats are not synchronized, so I can't see what Facebook users type. For that one, Geordie, you won't see what Facebook users type because it's 2 different comment blocks.
Yeah.
So you'll see we'll see both because we're interlinked both. But the Facebook users won't see what's on YouTube. The YouTube viewers won't see what's on Facebook.
Yeah, that's right.
So
they won't mix, unfortunately.
Yeah. So what we'll try and do, Geordie, is keep up with the comments as much as possible so the guys on YouTube can join in the conversations.
Yeah, I mean, we can, if we try and remember, we just need to pop them up on screen.
Yeah.
Can't we?
You can see there, you've got Geordie's brilliant avatar. Can I really throw that, Malcolm?
Yep.
So you can see that. And then it comes up with a little YouTube logo. And then you've got Thomas Giles there, which has got a Facebook logo.
Your audio is not very good today, Steph.
I'm away from the mic. I was just at the laptop. So there you go, Geordie. There's one for you. Thomas is slating you already.
It just started early.
Yeah.
No, Thomas. He hasn't got a big nose. He's just got a small head.
So so that's right. So Geordie is saying that if he writes something to somebody in the chat, that he's going to be well. No one has answered him because he's watching on Facebook, not YouTube. Watching on YouTube, not Facebook. So yeah, it is a minor problem, but it does mean that both you can watch on both platforms if you wish.
Yeah, I've also noticed that the Facebook comments come through a lot quicker than the YouTube ones do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about a minute quicker. I was just watching there. Thomas said Geordie's a big nose, then typed in ha 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 ha. And then after that, Geordie's comment popped in between the two, which was then they know why I don't answer.
Yes. Well, then that's the problem that Keith had with his delay. That's why everything was like a few seconds later, because you clicked the YouTube link and then that was playing automatically. That's what I literally had the same thing. If you click the YouTube link to check it's working, you need to mute it immediately, because otherwise the audio is just a mess.
Oh yeah.
But I've got, but yeah, learning curve, isn't it?
Oh yes.
All this tech, all this technology. Oh gosh. All right, I think it's probably safe to take these pieces of paper off now.
Ching!
Oh, don't say that.
You're panicking now, aren't you?
Yeah. Now I'm thinking maybe I should leave it for a couple more days.
No, if he's been on that 24 hours, it will be fine.
Yeah. He'll be fine.
It'll be fine, matey.
He'll be fine. Oops, that's a mistake.
Oh no, what a mistake of the maker.
Yeah. So when removing masking tape from paper, be aware that you may rip the paper.
Somebody's got one of the channels on because you're repeating, Malcolm.
That's his dinner. Gary, stop laughing.
You keep forgetting, Gary, your camera's on your face.
I know.
Yeah, I think all the repeating is if someone's got their volume up a bit too loud, then the StreamYard software is doing its best to remove any echo, but there's sometimes it just can't deal with it.
Yeah.
With the awesome voices of ours. So it's best if you can to wear headphones if it's possible. Am I able to zoom out my camera? It's just annoying me now. So I found a software called IV-Cam that lets you use your camera on your phone through your USB cable rather than Wi-Fi, which frees up a bit of bandwidth and makes it a little bit faster. So it's a pay app, and if you have the free version, you have very low resolution camera from your phone, but it's just my face, so it's fine.
Well, you've got a face for low res anyway.
I got a perfect face for low resolution. I got a low resolution face, and I only move in 25 frames a second, which is perfect.
That's quite quick for you, isn't
it? Yes.
I'm in good mood today.
Let's wait. Doctor's orders. I can move much faster. Right. All right. Oh dear. So many tabs open now. It's crazy. Here we go. Can I zoom it? Just a little bit. Okay. Yeah. So I ripped this bit just now, which wasn't very clever. So a little bit of glue dabbing will fix that. So yeah, Rob got his Challenger TES as part of his I don't mind saying his referral he had. He's very pleased with it. Okay, Challenger TES has lots of parts. As for over-engineered, I'm not sure. I have a lot of details, and I think this is achieved by the individual parts, including all tie-downs being individual parts, as well as hinges by the looks of it. There is a lot of tracks, but me and the missus like to make tracks. Wow. So there's something you can do with your lady. That's great.
I tried that with Lisa. She took one look and told me where to go.
Yeah, blimey. Oh, you could outsource.
Back in a sec.
All right.
Good morning.
Next.
Yeah, our friend Oz, one of our volunteers, is the chap who organised the step, the what was it called? Not step by step. What was it called? Ah, my God, the campaign thing we had.
What, the walking jobby?
Yeah, what was it called?
I don't know. You organised it.
No, I didn't organise it. He did. We called it something. Oh my God! No, it wasn't piece by piece, darling. No. It was the one with the video, and everyone said it on the video all the time. No, the videos Mummy was making. Don't worry.
I think the auto gun, Rob, is a remote weapons station, RWA.
Yeah, since all out of photo etch and some rubber parts, Rob says there's an auto gun being a mat though. Not sure what it is. Oh, okay, there you go. you've come to the right stream if you want to know what it is. John is your man. Have you seen that kit, John? Tess?
I've only seen pictures of it. I might eventually get it, but I've got so much on.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I'll just fill up my stash and it'll just sit there.
Yeah.
So I've got things to do, and I'll be patient. I mean, Ryfield Models have already brought out a PE set for it, an update set.
Wow.
So, yeah. Why they didn't include that in it as well, I don't know.
More money.
Yeah, but you still put that on the price and just add it in and go, wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, Thomas says pull off the masking tape at 90 degrees. Yes. Correct. It was the first piece of masking tape I was pulling off, and I just forgot that I can't just grab stuff and rip it.
Well, you can.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Of course. But no, I've got to be more careful now. I'm in modelling mode, not in messing around mode.
I didn't think there was any difference for you.
No. There's definitely a more grown-up approach.
Sorry, don't you ever swear again like that. How dare you?
Yeah.
We are blokes. We do not, under any circumstances, grow up. Once you grow up, that's it, you're dead.
That's it. It's all over.
Yeah, it is.
Hairdryer to melt the adhesive on the masking tape. Oh.
That's a cracking idea.
Ooh. Okay.
Well, don't put it on paper to start with.
Yes. That's a good idea too.
There's always one who states the obvious.
Yeah, that's right.
One of us isn't stupid enough to do paper things
Yeah, there is that as well.
when you've got no idea what you're doing, and you do start on a complicated one.
No, that's no one would do that.
Oh, you're not James then.
But James is, well, he's not here.
Surely that's the thing we're experienced at.
Yes, very good at
Is
taking
not
on-
knowing what we're doing. I think we've got more experience at that than anybody else.
Yep, I think that's true.
What you also hope is that somebody with experience of paper models actually tells you and helps you what to do, rather than just sitting back laughing.
Who would
That
that be?
wasn't aimed at anybody, Keith.
I have, apart from the odd paper building, I haven't done paper models to any degree.
That's funny. Apart from,
Apart from, yeah.
And I gave those up fairly quickly.
That's railway stuff, though, isn't it? That's not modelling.
good
Oh,
lord.
you're going straight
Yeah.
to hell for that one, John.
Wow, you take the
I'm
like
going
the touch
to hell. Hey.
paper.
Gary,
Monday.
Gary,
Yes,
you missed a bit.
I know what it.
Ooh.
He's gone.
Yeah, press that 4 wheels on or 3.
Oh,
Ooh.
don't giggle, Gary.
No, he won't. Gary won't giggle.
He's
He won't
trying,
giggle. You just talk to him. He's not going to giggle.
he's trying
If
to
he giggles, he'll slip.
keep his brush still.
God, I
dear.
hate you lot. Oh, dear. Oh, look, I've been laughing that much. I've steamed my glasses up.
So, Geordie has an idea, Steph.
Uh-oh, did it hurt?
No, tell your partner that it's a neck chain.
Oh, good idea. Yeah, and then she'll ask for it.
Well, that's true. She'll want it then, won't she?
Yeah. And knowing Lisa, she would wear the bugger just to spite me.
That's a bit of jewellery.
Yeah.
Set of tracks on the neck.
Full
Oh.
1-to-1 scale and weight.
Yeah.
We used to use track links for good excuse at Bobby as a punishment.
Oh, really?
Oh, I bet that was fun. Not.
Well, no, normally if you put, talking chieftain or even cent, if you pull the wrong stick in reverse, you'll go the wrong way
Yeah.
because you don't pull the right stick to go right. So if you're going backwards and you've got the rear of the vehicle to go, which would be the vehicle's left, you don't pull the left stick. You have to pull the right stick. It's how the gearbox works.
It's opposites.
Yeah. So if the driver, these are new drivers, if they pull the wrong stick, stop the vehicle, get him out, put a new driver in, that driver then has to pick up a track link of some description, be it chieftain, challenger, if you've got one, and send them on a run at a certain distance. So I've known people to make the recruits, or not the recruits, the drivers run behind the vehicles on the training area back at it. And this is not flat, so this is cross country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was that Salisbury?
No, this is Bobby.
Oh, Bovingdon.
Yeah. If they do it a second time, they have to pick up 2 track links.
Good lord.
Normally, 2 different ones. But they're not balanced, so a Challenger and a Chieftain. It'll teach them.
Yeah.
Dave's in the house. Hi, Dave.
Hello,
Hi,
Mr.
hello.
Oliver.
Hello.
Hello.
Morning.
You all right, buddy?
All right.
What's new?
No, not much.
No? What have you been doing at the weekend?
Bit of work on the FA team. Bit of teaching.
Oh, right.
Went out on the bike. So I think it's a lovely day. I'm going to go out again today. I think.
Did you go out yesterday?
No, I went out Saturday. But,
Oh, okay.
I'll go out again today, I think.
Brilliant. And are you doing the photo etch today?
Yeah, just working on these chops. Just get some weathering on them, and then back to the aircraft itself, I think.
Yeah. I see you got your putty there. Are you running out yet?
No. Good stuff, though.
It's good, isn't it?
Well,
It's really good. Yeah, because it's water soluble. It's it's so easy to use.
yeah, exactly. It's not like the old Humbrol stuff that just set in seconds, and it was like concrete, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, that and Mr. Surfacer, I think, the two of them together work well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Mr. Surfacer is awesome stuff. I've used so much on this.
Yeah.
And it smooths down really well.
Yeah.
There you go. That's... Don't know whether you can see that. Oh, you're on Dave at the moment.
There you go.
There you go. That's been done with Mr. Surfacer.
Yep.
And you can't see the seam line at all.
Mm.
And the same with the front.
Yeah.
So I'm really quite chuffed with how well that's come out.
It's nice stuff, isn't it?
It is. And the thing is, I don't mind paying for good stuff like that. Stuff that actually works.
Do you think it's because it's just so fine, the material? That's why it works.
No. It's just very, very well made. I also have some Mr. Surfacer 500, which is also good stuff for filling holes. So what I tend to do is put the Surfacer 500 in first, so that allows that to drop in because it's quite a thick grain.
Yeah.
And then that's really good at filling big gaps, which is what I did on the tail.
Right.
Put that in first, and then allow that to drop down. Then put the Mr. Surfacer in on the dissolved putty in on top.
Okay. That's good. It's whatever works, I guess, isn't it?
Yes, it does. It is. Sorry. Yeah.
It has. We get on with comments. So Jolly says, "Did you see the F-15 from Lakenheath went ditched in the North Sea?"
Yeah. Any news on the crew?
So I was just laughing at Rob Tonk's comment.
Inappropriate laughter.
What did Rob say?
Area.
Oh, the
Engineering to get the screws back.
yes, spruce pack. When did the F-15 go down there? Was it this weekend?
No, I think it was this morning. I saw a bit on the news. I get news alerts, and that came through earlier this morning. So I don't know whether it was probably today, because I can't see any jockeys wanting to go out and play flyboy on a Sunday.
Is it bad weather then? Couldn't have been bad weather, could it?
Pilot error, probably.
Yeah.
Either that or they lost an engine.
Well, I don't know. I've heard the F-15 you can fly on one engine,
Yeah,
one wing as well.
yeah.
Don't know how true that is. I saw a report of an F-15 that had one of its wings taken off and it managed to land.
That was
Yeah.
the Israeli one, wasn't it?
I'm not sure.
It was Israeli. I think it had one wing blown off, or the best part of one wing blown off, and it made.
Yeah, the pilot hadn't realised how bad it was. Oh, maybe it's because it's got so much rudder. You know? Yeah, Geordie says there's no news. The RNLI are out looking, and it went down at 9:40 today, just off East Yorkshire,
Right.
74 miles out. Rob says he's posted screenshots of the box contents of the Challenger TES. Assume he means the mess. Just check. Oh. No. Can't see him. Oh, I've seen Steve Curtis's post. He put 2 hours up 2 hours ago of his TPZ A4.
Right.
You see that?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, it looks really cool.
I was out shopping this morning, so
Ooh.
I had much chance to see a lot of things this morning.
Yeah.
Oh, sugar.
Oh, Thomas, did you tell me what the content was for that accelerator?
Rob says he's put it on the mess, but he says 10 pictures, so it might take a while.
Okay.
Check it later on. 10 pictures. Must be a lot of bits. This masking tape's a bugger. I pulled my shoulder yesterday.
Ow.
And it hurts a bit. Just doing silly things like pulling this masking tape. He's obviously tweaking the muscle just in the right place. It's actually hurting to pull the masking tape off.
Ow.
Funny. One. Yeah, watch that video that Thomas linked, the 209 one. Did anyone else watch that you linked on?
No, I haven't.
No.
I haven't Thanks, yeah.
So it talks about matte painting and all sorts of other effects and things that they used in the film, to extend the buildings to make them look like skyscrapers rather than just short buildings. And they talked about the different shots they had to do and the different Ed 209s they had to make. So they had one which was like the main, the hero model, which was the big full-size 1:1 scale Ed 209 that could only pivot at the head, if you like. The head part could only move, and they used that in a couple of shots. And then most of the shots were the ones with the armatures inside. The one for the animation.
Cool.
It was interesting them talking about how they did the muzzle flashes.
Yeah.
Remember the shot where he's shooting that business chap?
Yeah.
Beginning, and as he's shooting, all the muzzles are flashing as he's firing, and they used cotton wool and bright lights inside the muzzle to make it look like muzzle flashes. And between
Cool.
every shot, they just changed the shape of the smoke, changed the shape of the cotton wool to make it look like it was, full on.
Cool.
And he said the trouble was that the hot lights and the cotton wool, he says after a while they're starting to get a bit smoky.
Mm.
So constantly have to make sure that they weren't setting light to it.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that? But it's really good. Right.
It's surprising what they do with these guns for different bits and pieces, isn't it?
Mm,
Yeah.
yeah, very ingenious.
I was surprised where we were something and they brought a Vickers machine gun out and put it on the back of the train.
Hmm.
And so we went off and started shooting at the local hunt with it.
Hmm.
And they the machine gun had wooden bullets in the shells.
Ah. Right.
And at the end of the gun, there was a metal piece that disintegrated the shell as it came out of the muzzle, which gave you that for these guns. And it's and you see is actually the wooden bullet burning,
Like blanks.
having disintegrated.
How do blanks work?
It's cardboard.
Right.
You've got the shell, you've got the propellant, then you've got cardboard, then you've got the end of the bullet is crimped, but there's no actual bullet head.
Mhm.
But it's like when we were on set for Fury, all the hand grenades, all the German stick grenades, and all the ammunition you saw.
Mm.
So stick grenades, Mills bombs, stuff like that. They were all made of wood, and you couldn't tell until you actually picked them up.
Oh, wow.
They're really, really good.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this one had the because all the bullets were in a belt. So if you're fitting crimped over blanks, it would be quite visible.
Yeah.
But what they did is they put wooden bullets in, like I said, and they were destroyed as they reached the end.
Yeah, that's a really good idea, those.
Super clever.
And they came up with a cow catcher for the railway engine. And they trying to heave this thing out. And they said, come on, come and give us a hand, carry this out. We nearly fell over backwards because the damn thing was only made out of wood and painted.
You throw it in all it.
You couldn't tell until you went to pick it up, you know.
Yeah. Rocco the map painter was one of Thomas's mentors.
Cool.
There you go. You see the guy that was talking about the how map painters these days don't need to use brushes. It's all done on computers now. All done by computer.
Thomas, you still haven't answered my question. What was the stuff you said to use as an accelerator for super glue?
Oh, yes.
Soda and water?
Just, yeah, you said it there. Distilled water and bicarb.
Distilled water and bicarb soda. Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, Thomas.
Rob says that I thought watching the 1965 Battle of the Bulge would help with my Sherman build. What the hell was that German? What was that the Germans had? The US vehicles. It was a right pot, a mess of stuff. Really disappointing after nearly 3 hours, and all the tanks. But I do not know, to be honest.
There were Walker Bulldogs, most of the tanks. Most of the American ones they used were Walker Bulldogs or Pershings.
Ah.
Were they Shaffies?
I think there's a couple of Chappies as well.
Yeah, so if Rob's trying to do his research using the film, going to be.
I think that can lead to great disappointment.
Yeah. Oh wow, that worked.
What worked?
That actually goes on there, and it's supported. It actually worked. It's amazing. Ta-da! Do the other one now. Excuse me. Steady. Thomas says, check your private messages, Steph.
Okay.
And Jolly says, leopards for the Germans, Chaffies for the Yanks.
Right, okay. There were Chaffies and not Walkers.
Yeah. And bridge too far. And bridge too far and bridge over Remagen.
The bridge at Remagen.
Remagen, yeah.
Remagen. For real Shermans. There you go, bridge too far. The real Shermans. Get that, Rob? Shermans and Kelly's Heroes were an export version. How you getting on, Gary?
Best.
Where's my phone? All right, okay. Thomas has just sent me a message about the new film blanks to use. They're like the old ones that you get the smoke, but you don't get the sound. So they can use them in places like London, so they don't scare the locals. Cool.
Was that blank bullets?
Yeah.
I guess they just put the sound in afterwards, yeah?
Yeah, they can put the sound in there. Okay, that's what they look like.
So they look all bangy.
Yeah.
Do that with fireworks now. Right. Rob says, thank you to Thomas. Geordie, sorry. For the comment about Bridge Too Far. He's reading so many true account books at the moment with the Battle of the Bulge movie. Oh, what a disaster. And Thomas is going to go back to his work. End of dinner break. Have a nice day, everyone. Got to get back to the Thunderchild and some shaping and sanding.
Cool. Take care, mate. Speak to you soon.
Be good.
If you can't be good, be careful.
Bye, Thomas. Okay.
Right. I've got to go as well.
Yes. Don't worry, buddy. Thanks for coming.
Maybe see you this evening. If not, I'll see you Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yes. 8 o'clock tonight if you're on.
Cool.
Take care, mate.
Everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye. Right. I've got arms on. See that? I'm not stuck on yet. But they're on.
Okay. Yeah.
See that, chaps? We're huge.
Oh yeah.
How wide the thing is.
Oh, good lord.
Massive. Yeah, so not only is he going to be quite high off the ground, he's going to be quite wide too. Unless I have him in a kind of a, well, no, that's as wide as he goes. So I've got to decide what kind of pose I'm going to put him in. You know? It's like, hey, you over there.
Oh, where?
Or the YMCA. Dunno.
Has anybody ever seen this type of Spitfire?
Flat, I guess. Sorry? Ooh, what?
A Spitfire on ski floats. What I'm looking for. That's quite impressive.
What is that new?
Mm-hmm. It was something. There was a couple of Spitfires that had floats, but they were mainly experimental jobbers.
Right. Hmm. I knew that.
No, neither did I until I just seen it. There's a 5C. There's another one.
Yep.
That might be an interesting one to do.
I'm sure someone does a conversion for it.
Yeah, might be an idea.
There is a kit around of the Spitfire with floats on.
Yeah, I've just seen one.
There you go.
There
So
you go. That's a
Rob
kit.
might not join us later on.
Mm.
He's had a 5-day-old Scotch egg.
He'll be fine. He's probably eaten worse.
Yeah, older ones. Oh, it started life as a float plane for the Schneider Trophy. Oh,
Yeah,
here you go.
there you go. ICM do the float Spitfire.
Yeah, well, I see him do the float split. There you go. Different. That'd be quite a good little dio, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Little water effects. Steph?
Oh yeah, I think I finished the boat.
Yeah. Nice little link there. Nice little segue. Have you got it there?
Yeah, give me a sec. I'll go grab it.
All right.
I need to get a cold drink anyway because it's rather warm in the shed.
Yeah. We'll do.
We're meant to be getting thunderstorms either late this afternoon or early tomorrow.
Have you been to the Solent Sky Museum, Malcolm?
A while ago, yeah. So I used to live in Southampton, and I go to the.
Yeah, they got the Schneider winning float plane there, haven't they?
Oh, they. I can't. It's been such a long time since I've been there. That museum. Interestingly, the most fascinating thing for me in that museum wasn't the aircraft. It was the German maps showing, written on there in German, obviously, written on the maps of England, of where they were going to strike next, or where they were planning on hitting. You know, I find that quite interesting.
Oh. They've also extended some of the side rooms now,
Yeah.
and as well as photographs of Southampton and the various photographs of building the Spitfire, they had some interesting little bits there, which were the rivets were color coded for each shift.
Yeah. Right.
So you use blue rivets on one shift, rivets on another shift, because they annealed them and then you had to wait. You know, you used your rivets for that shift, and then the next shift you had to use different rivets because the rivet had to go back into annealing for that shift again.
Yeah. Wow.
Here you go, Malcolm.
Yeah, nice. Definitely.
Let me see.
Did you do that this weekend? Finish off?
Yeah, I just put the those on. I couldn't do them too tight because they end up bending the masts.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah.
Does a trip.
Is that your first foray in the water?
No, my second. My first was that little submarine I did.
Right. That's
But
really
yeah,
cool.
I quite enjoyed that.
Yeah.
That was another kit I had to hack about.
Are you giving that one to your father-in-law, I think?
No.
No, I thought you. Oh, okay.
Oh, no, that was the steam engine that I rebuilt.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Got mixed up. You were doing them about the same time, though, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
Right. I told us, don't wiggle your Red 209. It'll make him look like a disco at 209. No, he's definitely going to be static. Definitely. So, Gary, what's it like actually being on the show rather than just watching the show?
Different.
Man, a few words.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you're getting giggling.
Yeah. How'd your show go, Steph, with your group build?
It's going really well, thank you very much.
Awesome.
Got quite an influx of people yesterday. I got a shout out on Festa 67 Sunday brunch.
Oh, brilliant. That'll help.
Oh yeah, so I got another 5 subscribers. So I was stuck on 105 for about 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So that helped a great deal. And it's an enjoyable way to spend your Sunday because you've got James that started his at 11. And then you got Festus at 12. And it's just a nice way to, if you're not doing anything, to spend your Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, that's right. Is that James Skiffins doing his one?
Yeah, he started one yesterday at 11 o'clock.
Oh, I did not know that. Was that just off the cuff or was it a planned one?
I really don't know. I think it's been planned by the way it's going. So he's just going to do a similar thing on a similar vein to festa, just run through what's going on in the group, what people are doing.
Yeah.
Showcase people's models and stuff like that.
Super. I need to I need to update the calendar that I've got of people's shows when they're on.
Yeah.
So I need to go around and do that. What's that bit? Oh, yes. What is that now? Right, I'm just going to mute the mic for a little while.
Okay.
I'll do it down on the software so you can see.
Cool. I'll try and remember to keep the chat going. How you doing, Dave?
Sorry?
How are you doing?
All right. You?
Yeah. You still working on the 18?
Yeah, I was doing some of the deck equipment. Just done the chocks
Yeah.
and the tow bar.
Cool. How are you flying? How are you finding that flight path kit?
Yeah, very nice. Very nice. And just 1 sec, I'll go and get it. The postman's just delivered the base for it. There you go.
What's that?
That's the brass base. That's the carrier
wow.
deck
Where's
base.
that come from?
Yeah.
Where's that come from, Dave?
That's flight path again.
Was that part of the same out kit, or is that
Yeah.
a different
Yeah.
bit?
I didn't realise, but yeah, he actually does a carrier base. So yeah.
Oh, nice.
So like you got all the power, run off and the gates at the side of the deck and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, awesome.
And then obviously the holes for the tie downs. So yeah, I didn't.
Nice.
It was only when I got the details set, I didn't realise he did that. So I thought, well, just see, just that would be a good way to complement, all the details and.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Nice. That looks. I'm looking forward to seeing the finished thing.
Yeah, it'll be a while. I reckon about, I don't know, end of July. I reckon it'll be getting there.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but around there, maybe July, start of August.
Is there any rush?
No, there isn't. I just I've got other stuff I want to be getting on with, and I've just like to. I've got to do a accurate armor Spartan for a mate of mine, and I just rather not. I'd rather when the weather's nice be sanding the resin down in the back garden rather than in the house.
Oh, definitely.
So yeah, that's the plan.
Cool. I'm certainly looking forward to that one.
A good kit. I've always wanted to make an accurate armor kit. So
yeah.
And this looks like, well, I mean, they're all good, but looks pretty comprehensive. God, hot, isn't it?
Oh, I tell you what, I'm absolutely sweating buckets in the shed today.
Yeah, same here. I've got the back door open and the windows open and whatever.
Rob's just said, let's have a look, bring it up a bit lower. He did enjoy the latest T-34 movie, and he watches a few war films in subtitles from abroad, as there are some gems out there. Yeah, I keep meaning to watch that German one. Is it The War Generation? Or Generation War? Something like that. I can't remember the name of it. But that
Generation War.
That's the one. I keep meaning to watch that, but I can't watch it because Denise doesn't like watching films with subtitles.
It's a very good show.
Yeah, it looks it, and I really want to watch that. Have you got any other good recommendations, Gary?
There's one there on Sky at the moment. Can't think of the name of it. It's in Russian subtitles.
Right.
It's about them going across to Stalingrad with a boat.
Oh, yeah.
It's actually a very good show.
The Beast of War is quite well. It's an odd film.
Which one's that, Dave?
The Beast of War.
All right.
Odd film set in Afghanistan.
Right.
But they had it. I watched it because they used. It was supposed to be. They actually shot it in Israel. This film, so they used Tiran 5.
Okay.
So when I watched it when I built my Tiran 5 because there's subtle differences. They were making out it was a T-55, but there were subtle differences. So I used it for reference. But yeah, so, it's pretty grim, but it's yeah.
Well worth the watch.
Well, it's just odd. I mean, it's kind of like it doesn't pull any punches, you know. It's pretty full on.
Yeah.
That new Midway is a very good film.
Which one, Gary?
Midway.
Midway. Okay.
I've heard some weird reports about that one.
I watched it last night, and I think it's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to sketch at that. Going back to that Russian one about traipsing across over the river into Stalingrad. Which Sky channel's it on?
Sky Movies. Premiere, I think it was on there for a few weeks, but I know you can get it in the catch-up end of it.
Cool.
It is a very good show.
So it's a show, not a film.
It's sort of bit on both, if you know what I mean.
I'll go and have a look for that one.
I think, Steph, that Spitfire on float planes was done for the Fleet Air Arm.
Right.
I seem to remember. Maybe a mistake. I can find out, but I think it was. The idea was in the war in the Pacific, you know, where they didn't have prepared airfields, and the Spitfire obviously was, you know, one of its few shortcomings with a narrow track undercarriage. I think the idea was that, place like Pacific, they could have, you know.
Yeah.
I don't think it ever went much further than a couple of prototypes.
No, it never took off.
Well,
I'm sure it did once or twice at least.
Sorry? It was the same with the Seafire, wasn't it? It had a narrow track undercarriage. Never was that good a carrier aircraft.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm back. Find the scalpels.
Welcome back, Malcolm.
Thank you. Couldn't find the scalpels.
It's always a worry.
Yeah. No, they're in pen pots. So we're okay. So now I've got to cut this interesting part out.
Oh, good luck with that one.
Mm. So what do you think it could be, Steph?
You're really asking me that question. A gun.
A gun, yes, a weapon.
Okay, gents, jet exhausts. I think that I've sprayed them with Citadel lead belchers, and they just look a bit boring. What do you just try dry brushing them, and they still look pretty boring? What do you reckon? An oil wash?
Probably.
A black oil wash or something?
Is it carrier based? A dark brown wash
Oh, yeah, good idea.
rather than the black wash, because black wash is usually too harsh.
Is it? There's no detail in there at all, is there?
Very little. Well, no, actually, very. I'm trying to dry brush it, and there's no detail for the dry brush to catch. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So,
Are they?
Yeah.
It's the reheat, isn't it?
Well, inside it's almost like they've got ceramic plates, like a kind of cream brown. They kind of get burnt on the edges.
Yeah.
So I mean that's. But I don't want to paint those, so I'm obviously happy with the outside first.
Yeah. Well, looking at some reference pictures, I mean, you could, dry brush the inside, but I mean, you probably could do some sort of. It's probably not the best technique, but you know, the fake metal look that you do on miniatures. What's it called? NMM.
Oh yeah.
You know, you could, if you wanted to, just like strips of lighter. Only.
Just highlight them in the middle or something.
Yeah. So, well, yeah. So think about where it's going to be. All I'm thinking of is if I share my screen. Look at that. Too many windows. Hang on. Bear with me. Please stand by. Press that button. Press this button. And hello. Yeah. So if you look on the afterburners, the reheats, all the detail is where the between the fins, the flaps, what the hell are they called?
Yeah, turkey feathers, I think they're called.
Yeah, that's it. Flappy bits. And so you've only got detail in there, and then where the hinges are, I guess, maybe on the inside, maybe wherever these kind of rivets are. But whatever you're seeing on your model, you don't have that. But you do have a difference in coloration between the ring and the outside.
Yeah.
And it looks to me like there's a bit of dirt coming down here. So maybe this inside should be darker. Let's see if I can find a bit of a cut thing. But also, you know, you can see the metal is lighter at the bottom where the sun's hitting it.
Yeah.
So you could.
What I think I'm going to do and use a Starship Filth, which is kind of browny grey wash, and then see how that looks, and then maybe go back and sort of highlight just the edges or something.
Yeah. Yeah, because it needs something, doesn't it? It's just a.
Yeah, it just looks a bit monochromatic.
That's another photograph. Oh, I just had a nice one just then. Hang on. Doobie doo. F18. Oh, there's not F18s. That didn't help. Yeah, they are pretty boring, unfortunately.
And you see some where they've obviously replaced some of the. Yeah, there'll be one that will be a lot lighter where it's been replaced.
Yeah. The F18 for reheats, there's a lovely because they're all sorts of different colours, aren't they?
Yeah.
I mean, the weathering wise, it's going to be a challenge.
Well, there just isn't any.
Sorry?
There just isn't any weathering on any photographs that I can see for F18.
Oh, I'd say some of the carrier ones get pretty dirty.
No, I mean
They get absolutely humming.
for the reheats is what I'm talking about.
So but the airframe itself gets really quite.
Oh yeah.
Quite. I don't know. I mean, I'm going to use the salt chipping method on it. I think that's.
Talking of colours, you know, Mark and I have been having difficulty finding a desert pink. Vallejo do a desert pink, but they only do it in a pack, and it looks about the right colour. And we had a guy on the webcast last night who was a painter and doper at St Athan and did all the spraying up of the Jags, the Bucks and the Tonkas. And he said the colour is the same colour as the Pink Panther. But as time goes on, it loses its pinkness and becomes more brown. So that's an interesting conversation we had about that last night.
I see. So all the muck and everything else gets involved with the paint.
The muck does, and also the sun.
Yeah.
Because you're getting whereas up here we get sunlight is slightly angled coming through the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But there, the sunlight has got less atmosphere to go through because it's coming straight down.
Right.
So the sun is a lot more penetrating.
Yep.
And it fades things a lot quicker.
That's because you're near the equator.
Yes.
So that's any like car, any red. If you look at an old red car, the pigment fades in the paint very quickly.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's probably that follows on from that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Very
Nice.
That's always my father's advice: never buy a car.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can have some nice pink areas and some
You
nice
buy a
brown.
red car and bump it in a year's time, and you can never match the ruddy paint.
That's
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
There's another picture here. Dave. Hey, look at that one. See that on the screen?
Yep. Oh yeah.
So, it's a bit mottled. Your feathers are open, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you might have. I can't find one with the feathers open, unfortunately, but you might have a bit of a darker area because you can see the line there. This part, when it's underneath the feather, might be quite darker. But
Yeah.
there is a definite difference in coloration around here.
Yeah. Well,
So you could get away with
give
just
it
doing
a
a few,
wash, and then when
a few
it's dry,
powder.
I'll dry brush it again. But
Yeah.
there's just not much detail to work with, really.
No, but you certainly could highlights and panels differently, or just put a
Oh, yeah.
filter or something.
Yeah, but yeah, I think they definitely built this to a budget, which is fair enough. Because I mean, it's what retails about 50 quid. If this was Tamiya, it would be about 125 or something.
Well, just for the sheer amount of plastic involved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
forget
I
the
mean,
development.
yeah. I mean, it's a huge box.
Yeah. Did you read the Steph? Did you read the chat about the White Tiger tank? And
No, I saw something about it, but I didn't actually get the chance to read it. I was having a bit of a chill yesterday after Saturday's escapades.
no, I mean on the comments here.
Oh, no. White Tiger tank film in Russian, but cool film. Oh, right, okay. I will have a look out for that. Is that what it's called, White Tiger tank? Or is it about a white tiger?
George says Cross of Iron is a war film he likes a lot.
Yeah, Cross of Iron's good.
Yeah. Yeah, the film's called White Tiger.
Cool.
War films I watched recently. Yeah, Fury I quite enjoy. And 1917, the last one I watched.
Oh, we've got that to watch. Haven't watched that yet.
Oh, that's lovely. Really good. Just my favourite scene.
My son's recently watched Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, right.
Jojo Rabbit.
And he said it is well worth watching. He said it lures you in with comedy, and then all of a sudden it hits you quite hard.
Is that the one that kids
They've-
got an imaginary friend?
They've
of Adolf
actually
Hitler?
taken some serious things on there.
Not heard of it.
I've seen it advertised. What was that you said, Dave?
Is that right? The kids
It's a
got an
film
imaginary
about the
friend
Hitler
and it's Adolf
Youth.
Hitler.
Right. Sorry, Dave. Say again.
I think is Jojo Rabbit. Is that the one where the kid's imaginary friend is Adolf Hitler? Is that the one, Keith?
It's the one where it's about the Hitler Youth near the end of the war.
Right.
And I think it's quite difficult to explain, but it is quite it's quite a thing to see.
Okay.
Like I said, my son just turned around and said, "You need to watch it." He said it really does. It does tell the actual story, and it's just got some serious points on it.
Cool.
Yeah, a film about the Hitler Youth doesn't have some serious points in it. I'll be a bit worried.
Like the producers.
Oh, the producer's is hilarious.
Where did we go right?
Yeah. Springtime for Hitler.
And Germany. Oh, Nathan Lane. Genius. So, Jordy, what's it like watching on YouTube? I imagine the comments. Not being able to see the Facebook comments is possibly annoying. There's no way of mixing them together, unfortunately. I mean, we can see it on our software, but so we can, click on the different comments because they go to a different stream if there's a mix.